What? What?
I'm sorry that was too over your head, too much thinking.
What? What? What is this? What is this?
What?
My dog's asleep on my lap right now. Oh, welcome back. We're playing Earthworm 7.
No, Mars Monkey Tim 2.5.
We're playing some goat sack Mavericks real quick. Yeah, we're playing the Sega Saturn version, and as you can see, I did not spend $450 to buy a real copy of this game, so you're gonna have to excuse me. But we are playing on a real Sega Saturn right now.
Predatory pricing is still predatory. Just before this, Alonzo and I were trying to buy a copy of Sega
Ranma.
Yeah, Ranma 1/2, and season 1 through 5 of Dragon Ball. And it was like some sets were $11 trillion and some were 5. So why are we playing?
This is Earthworm.
Why are we playing on the Sega Saturn version?
Because it's unique.
Oh yeah, because nobody plays this one.
Nobody plays it on the internet.
So I like how that Earthworm gym almost looks pre-rendered, but it just looks horrible. Was that pre-rendered?
It is pre-rendered.
Yeah, well,
It
okay.
just looks like shit.
I was like, it looks too shitty to be pre-rendered, and it was.
Well, it looks shitty because it's pre-rendered. Like, with these 240p games, I find that pre-rendered CGI only looks good if it's, like, really low res.
Uh-huh.
But 100 years ago, Ethan and I played the first game. Ethan played the first game for the show.
Ethan, Mikey, edit in the clip now.
He was also, no, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I was still angry after that.
No, the continue point was right there.
Not the whole bullshit reel. Yeah, some of our best Game Mavericks quotes that we do, because on this channel we're all about quoting ourselves, and our ever expanding bits of quote that make us laugh. A lot of them came from that Earthworm Jim playthrough. We were gonna do it without Alonzo this time, but it turns out he was like, "Oh, I can record today, fellas."
Ethan didn't want me to be here.
I didn't think you were gonna like Earthworm Jim.
So I decided to fight him on it.
I didn't think you were gonna like Earthworm Jim, because I didn't think you've ever heard of this game before.
Did you ever fucking ask?
I didn't think you would.
Did I
There you go
stutter,
again.
Mikey?
You grew up with Sonic Adventure
where'd my
and Mega
pig
Man.
go?
That was it, right?
Well, penis.
Yeah, no, but literally because of the old internet show from, oh god, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Lowbrow Studios, Sonic for Hire. Earthworm Jim was one of the side characters. And because of the show, or Sonic for Hire, I got really interested in Earthworm Jim and started playing a lot of or at least just like emulating a lot of the games, never beating them, but just playing them side.
That's awesome. I did not know that you did that, because I thought the only Sega Genesis game you played was like Sonic 2.
Oh no, I grew up with the Sega Genesis.
I forget about that. It's been so long since we've talked about that.
By the way, if you can somehow bring this weapon all the way to the final level, you can kill him in one hit and not have to do the race.
So are you saying
it's
you're going to do
almost
that, Mikey?
impossible.
Oh yeah, you can't switch weapons in this game, or the first one.
No, you can. The
you
Genesis version is the only version where you can't.
Guess which version I played?
Because the Genesis version had, like, not nearly enough buttons. And I can't believe I just died in the first level. The other versions don't have Bob the Killer Goldfish in that part of the level.
I was going to say, it's been a long time since I played this one. All I did was play the Genesis version. I'm trying to think about...
For the record, I did practice. I beat this game like 6 times in preparation for today.
6 times you played through for 6 times?
Oh no, Ethan.
Well, I wanted to see what all the different versions looked like.
I did 6 practice playthroughs.
No, literally on Twitter, this entire weekend, I've been seeing Mikey's list of each version of Earthworm Jim he's been playing. Like, oh man, he's really practicing for this.
You've been posting on Twitter?
What website?
Yeah, on Twitter.
I don't have Twitter. I don't have X.
Under his 2025 or 2024
Oh fuck!
complaining list. I don't know what
the
original thread was.
You know what?
What was
This
that?
game's hard as balls. This
You say this
Go
game
ahead.
is hard as balls? I can't hear anything that Mike is saying.
I'm right here in front of the mic.
Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Well, this playthrough's off to a roaring good start.
You played all 6 versions of this game?
Well, I played the SNES version twice.
Why? Because that's my favorite.
Because I didn't record it the first time. That's why. I wanted to have footage of them, just because.
Oh, is that a future...
So I recorded the Genesis version and the SNES version. I also tried to record the PC version, but then the recording looks like shit.
It looks
no
like
reason,
Fraps
so-
recorded it.
It looks like
Yeah, this
poo.
part's one of the weirder bits of Earthworm Jim 2. For anybody who
Now, have you ever beaten this game, Eth Lonzo?
I have not beaten this game. No, I played the Genesis version, but I don't like this one nearly as much as I like the first one. The first one felt like a
Yeah,
game.
the first one's better.
This one feels like a collection of just a collection of
Mini
funny
games?
not mini games, but like a collection of funny bits. And some of the levels are really good, and some of the levels are really bad.
Yeah.
And I always find myself losing interest by the time I get to that isometric shooting stage. It's not that hard, but like I get fucking bored, and then I get to the cow level afterwards. I'm like, I don't fucking care about this, and I turn it off. So I've
You're
never.
like, holy cow.
I don't like this game, Bruce.
This isn't The Last of Us or Metal Gear Solid.
Hey, I play a lot more games besides The Last of Us and Metal Gear Solid do.
Penis balls. Okay.
Oh, penis balls.
I had like the pattern memorized. This game has a different granny pattern than the other ones.
This is gonna be the playthrough of.
This is the Let's Play recording curse on steroids. Alright.
See, it is a thing.
I'm concentrating for you, Mike. I like how there's a.
Oh my
I
god!
like how there's Jaws in the background framed 16
Yeah, it's like
times.
the Jaws poster.
But it's 16 times.
You want to know the funny thing? Is that, with the exception of the GBA version, which I think is just... It's the worst version, it's a shitty version of the SNES version.
Uh-huh.
With the exception of that one, each of these versions have different graphics.
I was gonna say the background looks amazing. I know the Genesis,
like...
the Genesis version's all orange only. Alright?
Yeah. I'll put up some footage of it, because that's why I recorded it, so I could put it up for you guys at the home audience.
Yeah, this is gonna be the best Let's Play of Earthworm Jim 2 on YouTube.
The best.
We're
Hardly,
We're essentially
I've already
playing.
fucked up horribly at the beginning.
We're essentially playing all 12 versions.
Yeah, all 17 billion versions of Earthworm Jim 2. Which, coincidentally, is the amount of sperm inside of Tommy Tallarico's penis.
What the fuck?
How did you get the count?
It was pretty difficult. I had to stay up all night. Fuck biscuits.
I was
Let's
off
Play
by,
Curse
I
is
was off
real,
by
folks.
3, but they still gave me the grand prize.
It's like, instead of like a jar of gumballs and guess the number of gumballs, it's like guess the amount of sperm in this
Guess the
man's
amount of
penis.
molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt.
Did you guys ever have to take Gen Chem?
In college?
Yeah, undisclosed university.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I already left the name in the last episode, so... So, sorry to ruin that bit of illusion for you, Mike Lonzo. But it's not undisclosed university anymore, unless
Fuck.
you wish to call it that.
Yeah,
What are you
it's
trying to
They
do?
got rid of the snot swing. There's supposed to be a snot swing here to get that sandwich.
What? to get that Mikey, you mean?
To get that hero sandwich.
Why?
That sandwich.
There's a power-up of a sandwich?
Yeah, that's... how it works in the first game is the orange atoms give you like 50, and if you get over 100, you overclock.
Uh-huh.
In this game, they just give you 50. So if you want to get extra health, you find those sandwich power-ups.
I feel like this game runs slower than the other ones.
Runs slower? What do you mean?
Like those little cutscenes. I feel like that went way slower than the Genesis version.
If you're not careful, this is going to end up being a wrong moment, my friend. Are you going to commit to that take?
It feels like it just played out slower. I don't like those little cutscenes. I feel like that went way slower than the Genesis version.
If you're not careful, this is going to end up being a wrong moment, my friend. By the way, they changed the name of this level. It's supposed to be Lorenzon, but it says Lorenzo.
It's in the FedEx soil.
God,
Yes.
whenever Mikey's editing, he pulls up that
Wee in
gun
the
that
pond,
is
aka
that is the
Alfred
wrong.
and the FedEx.
Mikey, play Alonzo's audio first and then your audio, so we can hear both of you. So we can hear what both of you said.
God, whenever Mikey's editing, he pulls up that gun that is the wrong.
Wee in the pond, aka Alfred and the FedEx.
What did you say, Alonzo?
I was saying the comment to Mikey's response, like he holds up that gun of his editing of you could be wrong. Be careful what you're saying.
He's such a dick move too. Like, come on, man. We have to be in constant fear on this channel of somebody fact checking, of one of our co-hosts fact checking us.
/ editor.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Not just a co-host. By the way, there are skeletons in the dirt in this version.
Don't worry, skeletons are a myth.
Mr. Skelemans is here to steal your spicy McChicken.
See, this is part of how this game is much more a variety game than the original one, but like this level really gets boring, especially when you're
Yeah, this level's okay. There are much worse levels in this
game.
It's
okay, but this one's just kind of dull. Because once you get to the end, you're like, oh my god, I still have to shoot through soil.
I can't believe they'd make me play the game. How dare they? Now, I might end up interrupting Alonzo more than usual because I have a lot of observations about version differences I'll want to share.
Ooh.
For example...
Yeah, this is an avant-garde playthrough.
Let's see. This level is not in the PC version at all. They cut it.
Why?
I don't know why they did, but it's just not in there. And similarly, the PC version of Earthworm Jim 1, which was released alongside it in the... Well, there are two PC versions of Earthworm Jim 1. There's the Special Edition, which is based on the Sega CD version. And then there's also the Whole Can of Worms Edition, which was released with this game as well. So it's like a 2-pack of both of the games. And in the Whole Can of Worms version of Earthworm Jim 1, there's no intestinal distress for some reason.
Yeah, they cut that from the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo Ultra Entertainment System 64 also.
Like with that version, at least, I would speculate that there wasn't enough room on the cartridge, or they couldn't get it working on SNES for some reason. With the PC version, it comes on a CD. So there's like no excuse. They got every other level in the game, but they couldn't get this one.
Didn't they cut it because it was indecent, or is that a myth?
That might be the case. I don't know, but that's definitely not going to be the case on the PC.
Yeah, right. Well, maybe the Super Nintendo version is. Maybe this PC version is based on it. I don't know.
Which version came out first?
No, because it actually looks more like the Mega Drive version.
The Genesis version came out first for the original Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
It was a Genesis exclusive for a while.
Should I say, not necessarily came out first, but was the Genesis developed first? Like, were they developing for that platform first?
Yes.
For both games, yes.
Okay.
Oh, they developed for Genesis.
What I was saying
first?
is that the PC version, like all the versions of Earthworm Jim besides the shitty GBA version, which almost doesn't even count, it's like a fake game.
A fake game.
Yeah,
Fake
it's
game doesn't exist.
Fake game doesn't exist.
It's fake news.
Butter emails.
But yeah, the PC version has like more cartoony graphics, like the colors look different, way different. Because like with these other versions, they had like limited color bandwidth, the limited color gamut, as I say in the famous Dots on the View Screen song. So they had to use dithering and other sorts of tricks to make it look like there was more color when it gets down converted to composite. And
on Genesis or on this version?
On SNES and Genesis.
Because
in this version as well, you could see dithering in the.
Yeah.
Well, I can see it.
I can see it too. I know what dithering is now.
I don't, but I disagreed.
That's okay. It's funnier if Alonzo doesn't know what it is.
You see that checkerboard pattern? And like the, like Earthworm Jim has a spotlight on it, and on the edges of the spotlight, there's like there are parts where it's black and parts where it isn't. That's dithering.
Oh. Would that be taken care of if it was like on a CRT display where that kind of like melts together?
Yes.
Well, the composite, when you play in composite or S-Video or whatever, it like blends adjacent pixels together and makes it look more continuous.
Especially RF.
Yeah.
Like by the time Sega Saturn came out, dithering was not. I'm sorry, I'm just listening to the music. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I've never listened to
the
soundtrack
in this version is great.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. Yeah, soundtrack.
Technically, this version of the soundtrack was in the PC version first, but there was a problem with the sound in the PC version. You see, the PC version, the sound effects are really quiet, and then after a certain point, they just stop playing.
The sound effects?
Yeah, the sound effects are so quiet compared to the music, you could barely hear them on PC.
Oh,
that is bizarre. What I was going to say earlier is RF and dithering was sure fine in like the Genesis era, but like by the time Saturn came out, it was very obvious what they were trying to go for. Like
bless you.
Like Virtua Fighter, no, not Virtua Fighter. There was some fighting game where it's like the Saturn doesn't have any. What's that fucking effect called where faders? I don't know. So they use
transparency.
Dithering. Yeah, transparency.
But they don't. Mega Man X4 on Saturn is like that.
Yeah, so like if they're multi-port games, Saturn version uses dithering in a lot of those things, and it's not very believable.
Yeah. Mikey, put up footage of the Saturn version of Mega Man X4, or Alonzo could play that for the Zero playthrough when we come back for that tomorrow.
The Saturn version of?
Yeah, you could play the Saturn version on an emulator instead of the PlayStation version on an emulator, I mean console.
Yeah. No, I can look at that. I gotta see if
just for funsies.
If I have a good Saturn.
Right. You guys keep going, the food just got here.
The food just got here. Go deal with it.
He's making fun of you, Alonzo.
Yeah.
He did that last
because
time.
then he proceeded to eat for 5 minutes afterwards.
Hey.
And his dog was barking the entire... Kirby-san was barking the entire time.
You requested the noise, so I'm just saying.
It was pretty funny.
Oh my goodness.
Editor Mikey, put in a picture of Kirby-san. No, not that Kirby-san. I'm talking about Lanzro's doggo.
Kirbo. Kirby.
Kirbo-san.
Kerbal Space Program?
Oh, I'm so bored.
Fuck you, we've only just started.
We're on the
I'm
boring
having a good
level.
time.
That's the joke is that this level's boring and we're at the very end of it.
Oh.
Alright, now this boss can be tricky.
Oh,
if he touches you, he eats you and then takes like a third of your health bar when you're at 100%. So the trick is to get him like right here and just point the gun straight. And whenever you hit him, he spawns more mooklets. So you gotta be careful about the mooklets.
Was he a giant termite or something?
I think he's supposed to be like a pupa.
Oh yeah. But he's riding a bicycle.
I'm not sure what species he is. I know that the other boss is a steak. Alright, there we go. Now we got some extra health for the puppy level coming up, which we're gonna need, because those are dog shit in this version. The puppy levels are so bad on Saturn.
I love it.
Well done.
I love the in-between level gags in this game, but that's one that doesn't happen very... No, the Genesis version, the one where the plank breaks in half, doesn't happen very often.